Man, what is happening, my YouTube family? Of course, it is your boy B New. I'm coming at you on this Sunday evening. I know typically I do the morning show and give you all the rundown of the NBA news and notes, particularly that of the Los Angeles Lakers. But I had to chime in this evening because, as you all know, and maybe some of you that didn't, LeBron James was ejected in the in the third quarter tonight against the Detroit Pistons after his flagrant two foul against Isaiah Stewart, in which he elbowed him in the eye and caused quite a bit of blood. And I don't know if it was the blood or what, but I mean, I think Isaiah turned into Pooh Shiesty, and he said, "Bron, I know you shiesty for the elbow hit, but I'm really shiesty." You understand what I'm saying? Because he said he had to get it back in blood. You know what I'm saying? He looked down and he saw that blood, and he said, baby, I got to get it back in blood." And it was like nobody could hold him back, and everybody was trying to, get into it. So it all depends on what was said afterwards. From if you listen to the post game comments from Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis said immediately after it happened, LeBron was like, "Oh, my bad," or whatever. And to me, as you can look right here in the picture. Now, for everybody who talking crazy saying, "Oh, LeBron was scared," or "Oh, whatever, whatever," if you look right here, to me, and that's just my opinion, Isaiah Stewart trying to be hard. Now, you trying to fight the whole team to get at whoever, DeAndre Jordan or whoever want to come in between, but you had right now, ain't nothing in between you and LeBron but what we used to say, airing opportunity, baby. So it's airing opportunity, and now he just faded you in the eye. So if you really want to do something then, you didn't do nothing. You understand what I'm saying? You had the opportunity. So why, when 10 people try to grab you, now all of a sudden you trying to fight any and everybody to get to LeBron James or get to DeAndre Jordan or whoever it is you want the squad? But see, at the end of the day, you had your chance. So everybody in this photo right here, am I right or wrong? Did he have a chance to get at LeBron James? But he did not. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know. It'll be very interesting because I think a week from now, the Detroit Pistons will be visiting the soon-to-be Crypto.com arena, which is the Staples Center out in Los Angeles, to see what will be going down. Now, a lot of people are saying LeBron James will be suspended based off this. My initial view of it from the broadcast that I watched was LeBron James was entangled with Isaiah Stewart, and he tried to free himself, and he accidentally elbowed him in the face. That was my initial interpretation. I know a lot of people saw it differently. Once I saw it from the Detroit broadcast and I looked at it on NBA TV, it did look more flagrant than what I thought initially with LeBron, because he wasn't really entangled. He was more fighting for position, and he had the inside position, and LeBron just came back and was like, elbowed him. So, I mean, I really don't know what to say at this point. Will LeBron James be suspended? Perhaps. I know the NBA is taking very seriously any kind of contact to the head. That's why we come out with the flagrant fouls to protect players, because of what happened in the NFL as far as hits to the heads and concussions and things of that nature. So that's something that the NBA has been very, very high on as far as trying to limit any kind of contact to the head. So it'll be interesting to see if LeBron James does get a 1 or 2 game suspension. I would think that because of who LeBron James is and his reputation as far as not being a dirty player, that it will be deemed to be accidental. I will say it maybe wasn't accidental. And what I mean by that is, I don't think LeBron James was really trying to hurt him. And I don't think LeBron James was really maybe going for the head. He may have been trying to swing the elbow like, "Hey, fall up off me." But at the end of the day, I don't think he was just really trying to be malicious as far as cutting his eye. But Anthony Davis did say after the game, if you come after one of our brothers, you got to come at us all 1 through 15. And I don't know if y'all noticed this, but the Detroit Pistons head coach, he was all up in the mix like, "Hey, trying to get everybody settled, get up out the court, don't fight, do this, do that." Kind of reminds you of how Jeff Van Gundy used to run out there in the mix like, "Hey, trying to break it up," or Pat Riley or other coaches like that. Frank Vogel wasn't having any of it. He said, "I'm going to sit this one out on the sideline. I'm not trying to catch a straight blow, elbow, or a fist from anybody." And, I won't say that's a lack of leadership on his behalf, but if you can't calm your players in a situation, then what kind of coach are you? You understand what I'm saying? But we're not going to continue to touch on that because there's a lot we can talk about in regards to that. But I'm going to tell y'all something. I lost a lot of money on the Titans today, and I've been winning all year, so it was about time I took a loss, but I took a big-time loss. But I said that to say this. I was like, the Lakers going to make up for me on this money, and it looked like they wasn't. But then they started giving the Lakers plus 6.5, plus 7.5 when they was down by 15, and I thought that was ultimate disrespect. So I took Lakers plus 7.5 and plus them to come back with the straight up, and they did not let me down, and that was due to a one Russell Westbrook and, of course, him and Anthony Davis. And I like what Anthony Davis said in the presser. He said that they just weren't going to lose this game. They weren't going to allow themselves to lose this game, and they took on a mentality that they were going to win this game. And I like the way Carmelo Anthony showed up. He was able to hit timely shots and three-point shots that kept them in the game. And, of course, Russell Westbrook, he actually played pretty decent defense as far as getting steals tonight. He did have one stupid turnover at the end when they was up by 5, and he allowed Detroit to cut it to 3 subsequently with a stupid turnover. But for the most part, if it wasn't for Russell Westbrook, they wouldn't have not won that game because he was tenacious. I want to say he was like 7 out of 10 in the fourth quarter, 7 out of 11 in the fourth quarter, whatever it was. Had 14 points in the fourth quarter. The Lakers defense actually showed that they were capable of playing defense, albeit it was Detroit, but they did show up and play defense in the fourth quarter, only holding Detroit to 17 points. And I thought that was big, and I thought that's something that they can build off of. And I will say this, it was great to see them come together as a team and as a unit, because usually after something happens on the court, you know, either one team is going to come out and hold their head down, and one team is going to come out and hold their head high. When you have sometimes incidences or injuries or anything that involves human emotion, it just depends on how you respond to it. And Russell Westbrook, I think, got more heart than anybody, and he amped Anthony Davis up. And they just, the way they played, they actually played excellent together in the fourth quarter. A lot of give and go situations, even in the pick and roll, where Russell Westbrook was finding AD in his sweet spot, and vice versa, as Detroit a couple of times doubled off of the wrong person. They doubled off a cutter once, left Westbrook wide open under the basket with AD a nice look to Westbrook, which gave them finally, I think, their first lead of the game, if I'm not mistaken, on that basket. So with all that being said, we got a lot of stuff we're going to talk about in the morning. You know, it's kind of late night tip, but I did want to chime in on the LeBron James ejection. Put down in the comments, what do y'all think? Do you think that LeBron James deserved to be ejected? Do you feel like he will be suspended? If so, do you think he deserves to be suspended or not? Also, let me know what you think about the Lakers, how they won tonight, how they came back, and everybody who was saying get rid of Russ. Do you still feel like that? And I know it's just one game, but Russell Westbrook, to me, has not been a problem for the Lakers. To me, it's more so been a defensive problem for the Lakers, because when they allow people to get past them, just like the Boston game the other night, time in and time out, they let people get past them off the dribble. So then the help has to come too quick. And when the help comes too quick, then that's easy kick out basket, because when your man get past you, then the help has to come. They leaving their man open for easy short corner threes. And if that continues to happen, then you're not going to be successful. But the Lakers did a great job, especially in their fourth quarter, defending the three-point shot. And, man, I think that they still have a chance to look good. I see Golden State right now is up on Toronto 95-82. So I'm kind of watching that game right now as we speak. Just kind of on the, watching all the different games across the league. And, of course, Golden State is looking good. And as we all know, Klay Thompson is set to be coming back. He was cleared for practice. So that is going to be very interesting to see. Looks like they're going to continue to keep pouring it on night in and night out. And, hey, they might have that record like they did that one year. They might put up the best record again, 73-9, and wham, there you go again. They just push it up to 100 points with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, 100-82. And the way I look at it is, they can get the best record all they want to, just like they got the best record that year, and then we saw what happened. LeBron James! So everybody who thinks LeBron James is washed up and the LeBron James era is over, just don't be so quick. If Anthony Davis can step up and actually start playing in the paint, quit playing out in the perimeter and play the way you're capable of, and Westbrook can start penetrating to the hole the way he's capable of, and finishing at the basket and drawing contact and getting fouls and getting others involved like he did tonight. 10 assists. He was 1 rebound short of a triple-double. But, being 1 rebound short of a triple-double, he doesn't have to have a triple-double. Who cares? The rookie from Detroit, he had the triple-double. Did they win? No. So there you go. But as I was saying, man, we'll talk more about this on tomorrow morning show. But as always, this has been your boy B New saying, man, right on to the real, and much love to these haters. I'm out.